The context of the site is incredible. It's got amazing views to the south, out towards the end of Lake Wakatipu, towards Kingston. And then the north is looking up towards Coronet Peak. And it's sort of a rural site. It's a large property, but it's got these amazing established trees. And so we sited the house just in and amongst those original trees, taking advantage of those two viewpoints. They live in an RTA house in Auckland, and so when they came to us for this house, their words were understated. They wanted a house that didn't sort of scream out, that blended into the rural environment. The two sheds concept sort of came about through the program, the brief. They were looking for a house that would accommodate their family, but as well that could be easily occupied by just a couple. And so one shed is all the living, outdoor, indoor, kitchen, dining, and the primary bedroom. And then the second shed is the guest sort of quarters, shall we say, and garage and the utilities. So once we'd sort of established this sort of split program between sleeping and living, the natural point of entry was between the two. You arrive through the front door and there's an intentionally quite low ceiling. And then you turn left towards the living space, and then you almost have to squeeze past a wall in this large fireplace. And then that sort of releases you into this southern living room that allows you to have that incredible view down towards the end of the lake. The interior of the main living shed is a big, bold structural move. We've made the roof out of recycled Australian hardwood. And so we've got these amazing sort of heritage beams that are supported by this oversized central stone schist sort of fireplace drum that drives up through the roof. It actually serves both sides, the indoor living and the outdoor living. We've then just worked with natural timber as linings, and then raw concrete on the floor, natural steel materials in the kitchen, and then softened it up with some plastered walls and then a really good choice of furniture to place around it. We've put an enormous amount of careful thought and detailing into the exterior of the two sheds. We really wanted to sort of reduce those forms down to the bare minimum that they can be. Very crisp lines, there's the concealed gutters, the flashings are all very minimal. And we're also conscious that from the upper part of the site, you look down on the roof, so they almost become that fifth elevation. And then the windows are sort of pushed and recessed into that to provide shading from the hot Central Otago sun. Because we've nestled the house a little bit down below the ridgeline, we've used the pool to sort of bench into that edge. So it's a raised water level, and that just sort of creates a sort of stepped retaining wall to a lovely field of lavender that flows up to a flat area above. And it so just helps contain the outdoor living space beyond the outdoor room. All of the outdoor terrace areas are paved in schist crazy paving. We brought that down from the pool terrace down to the outdoor terrace and all the way in through the outdoor room, which just gives a strong sense of being an outdoor space. There's a lot of sustainable initiatives with this house, but the primary one, I guess, is solar generated electricity. Because we've got so much land, we were able to have a solar farm just over the north side of the hill, and so that supplies a significant amount of energy for the house. The family shed, we just decided to be a lot more relaxed around that in terms of its finishes. So it has a family living room in it which carries over some of those natural timbers. The family bathroom has a hand-applied polished plaster finish which just brings it back to that more rustic sort of feel. The family shed's form sort of lifts up to the east, which has given us a sort of loft space up the top where we've carved out a little attic home office. And then it also, as much as is a family shed, it's also the utilities. It's got the garage, the drying room for the ski gear and necessary rooms for laundry and that sort of thing. Because the view's so powerful to the south, and that's the dominant one, we've created more of an intimate view to the north, to the ski field. We'll put a window seat and corner opening windows, so you really have to nestle into that window corner. We've got these amazing screens clad in slatted timber that slide right across the facades to either shade the outdoor room or the kitchen area, and also across the western side. We designed this house to be really cosy at night, but also in the winter. It's triple glazed, timber joinery, there's roaring fires, warm, and so it really does come to life at night time, and particularly in the winter months. I think what we love about the result of this house is that it feels like it's always been here. It doesn't feel like it's arrived, that it's of the landscape or of the rural environment.